Hi, my name is Sierra Cohart. I am a senior English teacher at Southwestern Heights High School, also known as USD 483. On this screen is a list of our assessments that are used throughout our district. The first assessment on the list is called Dibbles Next. It is for levels K through 5. The Dibbles Next assessment is given 3 times a year. It offers benchmarks and progress monitoring. It measures things like early lit development, fluency, and comprehension. The next assessment on the list is highlighted. It's a star reading assessment. I highlighted it because this is a assessment that I personally give to my students. It is required for grades 3 through 12, although I do know that K through 2 also administers this assessment, which I think is really cool that we start monitoring our students' reading levels at such a young age. It gives us a lot of data, allows us to do a lot of tracking, and is extremely helpful. The things that the STAR reading test does are it assesses reading skills, measures reading level, and the questions progress as the students give correct answers. A couple of things about the STAR reading test. We give it at the high school 3 times a year, at the beginning, the middle of the year, just after Christmas break, and then at the end of the year so that we can track their progress. We also tie the reading level to their point goal for our AR reading program. And we alter those points based on their reading level as well as whether they met their reading goal. So oftentimes, if they met their reading goal, we give them an additional 1 or 2 points the following 9 weeks. As far as the questions go, by the time the seniors get to me, they have taken the STAR test multiple times a year since the time they were in kindergarten in some cases. So they are completely over the STAR reading test. So we have recently decided to add points to their score. So if they are able to raise their reading level, we give them points for it. If they don't hit the level that they were reading at from the year before, or the benchmark before, they don't get those extra credit points. So we've had to do that so that we can ensure that we are getting their best effort, because like I said, they're kind of burnt out on this assessment by the time they get into high school. That being said, the STAR math test is also given for grades 3 through 12. It is built for the state standards. It informs math instructions and where intervention is needed, provides benchmarks and progress monitoring. It predicts student performance on the state tests and college entrance exams. The Kansas State reading, math, and science assessments, they're considered CAP tests. They're aligned to the state standards, designed to support educators in evaluating student learning, and they also meet requirements for federal and state accountability. The state reading test is given for grades 3 through 5, and then also again in grade 10. Kansas State math is given in grades 3 through 8, and then also in grade 10. And the science test is given in grades 5, 8, and 11. The Kansas State KELPA test is the Kansas English Language Proficiency Assessment. It's given in our district K through 12 for qualifying ELL students, and there are a lot of ways that students can qualify to be ELL students. So for all of the students who are classified as ELL, it's taken if they have not qualified as proficient in all the domains, so reading, writing, listening, and speaking, for 2 consecutive years. It's taken in the spring semester once a year. It is also highlighted because that is one of the assessments that my students have to take as seniors if they have not passed it for 2 consecutive years proficiently. So, the next assessment is the ACT, which I'm sure you all are familiar with. It's the assessment for college testing. This test measures high school students' readiness for college. It allows colleges to use one common data point to compare all applicants, and it's given starting in grade 11. The Work Keys assessment is also given in grade 11, and this looks at career readiness. It gauges foundational and soft skills, determines aptitudes for careers, demonstrates expertise to future employers, and the passing score earns these students a National Career Readiness Certificate and can improve their chances of being hired in the future. The last assessment on the list is called the ASVAB assessment. It's also given in grade 11. The ASVAB is for students who are interested in enlisting in the military. It determines if they are qualified and assigns them to a particular job once they enter the military. So, these are the assessments for our district. Thanks for listening.